but I just watch everybody's footwork, mechanics, so I think, how can I help you with things that I learned to get more efficient, right? So what I'm gonna do is, well, let me, Lance, can I borrow your minute? So I'm looking at Lance right now, right? His stance, I go, great, because I can kick that leg really quick. You try to get out, right? He's never gonna get out of that kick, because I see his stance, right? If I'm here like this, I'm gonna be able to shoot in really quick. Why? Because his stance is the old way, like I used to do. Remember in the 80s, we'd be like this, point sparring, right? Well, probably none of you, you're a lot younger than me, maybe you weren't even born yet. But we kept changing and changing. So if you look at my stance is more here. So if he kicks my leg, say I'm out really quick, because it's the efficiency of my stance, right? So remember when I was talking about, we were getting into Wing Chun, my strength becomes I modify, your stance is your base, right? Everything is about having a good stance. Because if you have a weak stance, it's like building a house on a weak foundation. It doesn't matter what else you put on it. You got to get that. It's a weak foundation. So I'm going to start with the way I learned Muay Thai. But remember, my way may not work for you, right? Now I have never been, when I was doing Taekwondo back in the day, I had high kicks. But then I have tight joints. Like one of my sons has very tight joints. My other son's loose joints. He's a high kicker. So most people, when I spar them, I'll have my hands down. If I spar my son as a high kicker, I was always like this, because he's so fast, right? Everyone's different. That's what he uses. He's good at that. So you may say it's not for me, but I think you'll find some things that will help you modify that. So I'm going to start off. Here's the basics, right? We have a boxing stance. So if I have a good boxing stance, I look at, if you look at my back foot here, it's coming out at an angle. I keep like about a triangle, because everything I think about is triangles. See, my elbow's in, this would be my boxing stance. Now, I used to be more like this, but I turned it. Why do you think I went from here more to here? Why do you think I changed my stance? More face. Yes, because when I trained with American Top Team and because we had to spar, work with all the fighters, and I learned it. Like they would get me on double leg takedowns or single leg. So if I'm here, and let's say Lance is kind of shooting, he starts to shoot in on me. You see how much I had to turn? If I'm here and he shoots, see, I'm here, because I can respond to that much quicker if I'm more somewhat square than being here. Okay, the other thing. Here's the other advantage of that. If I'm like this, right, and I throw a jab, and I throw a cross, do you see the time it takes? If I'm here, I can throw a punch much faster, right? But there's certain counts you have to remember. If you want speed, this is important. If you want speed, let's say I'm here with Conrad, right? If I'm speed, my limb precedes the body. See that? The limb, then the body. If I want power, my body precedes the limb. Boom, right? Everything is getting the body in. Okay, so I know that. That's why I can be from more here, not here. And what I'm more concerned with is people shooting in on you now, right? Because if I'm here, he starts to shoot in on me. By the time I turn, he might be here. Again, if I'm here, Conrad's here, it's easy for me to respond to that. Does everyone understand?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. I know everyone speaks different languages, so bear with me. And if I start talking like you're, you know what I mean? We tend to talk slow. So if I go too fast, just let me know, okay? All right. So here's what I want you to work on. We're going to do a boxing stance, right? So I'm boxing. So I just want everyone to come in, elbows in, like looking down your gloves, and just throwing a 1-2. But throw the 1. The first thing that moves is from the hip. Boom, right? And my lats. So I go 1-2. So let's just all warm up, just doing a 1-2. 1-2, 1-2, okay? Everyone throw a 1-2. Okay, think about your stance. Think how you can get there quicker. If I'm turning much through here, it takes more time, right? 1, 2. Okay. Okay, good. Everyone can do that, pretty simple. Now, some of you, I see you're throwing your two like this. You're leading with the shoulder. There's not the power there, right? If Conrad's here, and I was to punch him, and I led with my shoulder, I'm just gonna touch your chest easy. And I go here, see, I'm hitting here. He'll tell you if I go, I'm throwing my body in, right? Whew, he knows that's power. So remember, lead with the body. On that, the first thing that moves here, see how I'm turning my body, like that, right? And I'm setting myself up so I can come in with hooks or whatnot. So the next thing is my kickstand. So this would be my boxing stance, and you see a lot of times I'll go here, I'm shifting it, and I'm getting the aim on him on the kick, right? If he thinks, oh, he's working me here, I angle out and I throw my kick, like this. So I'm shifting. So let's look at this line. Let's say this is my line right here, right? Okay? So I'm my boxing stance. Now I'm gonna go step off to the side here. This is out a little bit 45. It's a tighter stance, okay? Now, if I was to kick from here in my boxing stance, look how much more time this takes, right? If I'm here, I can get my kick out much quicker. Here, like that, okay? So boxing, I put my hands out when I go to kick. See that? So my hands will be like this. Here, and then here, back. So you're gonna work it like this. 1, 2, kickstand, back. 1, 2, kickstand. 1, 2, and go. Okay, go. My leg will be more delicate. Here. Okay? Both of them. It's more. So it's about like this. If you're looking for feet, let's say my boxing stance is about a little over 1 foot back. My kick stance will be like 1, 2 feet back. This foot will be on my heel, a straight line. Do you see this? My heel, my foot. Right? It feels a little awkward if you've been used to be like this. Okay, it feels awkward, right, in the beginning, but if you learn to be from here, your kicks will be fast, right? And you'll learn how to develop power. And we're gonna work on that, but right now I just want you to get comfortable of being here like 1, 2, and see how I move my foot to the line. 1, 2, kick stance back. 1, 2, kicking back. Okay? Like I have a student, he always does this. He goes, and he comes back on the hook. I go, when am I going to come back on a hook? When I say if Conrad comes in on a cross me from here, I step back. But if I'm offensive, right, I'm going to be coming in on him. So I said, why are you always doing this? And you know what he's doing also? He's turning his head. Do you remember what I taught you yesterday? I don't turn my head on my hook, right? I want to come in like this. Boom! I don't turn my head. Because if I turn my head, I open myself up. Plus, now don't hit me this time. Plus, it takes me more time to hit a strike back, right? But if my head is here, I can get in much quicker. You ever understand? Yes. So I want you just to do this now. 1, 2, throw a hook. Keep your head straight. 1, 2, hook. Use the body to turn, but do not go with the head. Okay, go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. You see me throw my one? Power from here. Good. 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 Give me your hook. Yeah, cross hook. Go. 1, 2. 1, 2. Hook. Right. Yes. Good. Turn your hip more. See, watch. Yes. Good. Yeah, see, I'm here. I wind up, and this is my power. This is my power, right? Boom. It's all from the hip support. Okay? All right. So let's ask the question. My power, a lot of people, it's just the way we think about moving. We always use our upper body, right? So when I set up this hook, my power, I'm never going to do this. I'm not going to pull back. Again, that's economy of motion. That's wasted motion. So when I set this up here, it's this. It's the rotation here. It's my power, right? So one, boom, being the power. Again, it's about making your technique more efficient on what you do, okay? Does everyone understand? Yes, sir. Okay, so what I want you to do now is if Conrad's here, right? I'm in my boxing stance. I throw a 1-2. You see what I'm doing? I am angling on him. If I just go 1-2 and I kick, you feel the cross when I kick. 1-2, right? So I'm going to set up my kick. So I go 1-2. I'm here. There's my kick. You see that? Or same thing. I come 1-2 up and I throw my knee. I want to cut the angle on him. So I go slow. I go 1, 2. See how I'm stepping in my kick stance? He has to turn around to throw anything. See? I'm in a better position, but hands must be up. So I throw the 1-2. I push my hands out, and then I throw my kick. I'm obscuring his vision, right? He's going to see what, right? He doesn't see what's happening. So I want you to work with your partner. You're going to go 1, 2, kick stance here, touch lightning, kick, and your hands are back up. Okay? Because I use my hands kick stance a lot. Go ahead and just start punching at me. Just punch, hit me. Finish. Go. Come on. Punch up. Punch. Boom. See? I use this a lot here. All right? For my kick stance. Okay? All right, go.